Now, we've heard lots about the problems facing Ukrainian refugees who are trying to join family here in the UK. I'm now joined by Dr. Andriy Zarakov, a lecturer at the University of Portsmouth, who's been living here since he was a student in 2016. Now, with a 5-year work visa, he's been told that his visa status is the reason he's finding it so difficult to get his mother and sister into the UK. Andriy, it sounds really complicated. I mean, you've been trying to get clarity on this, haven't you, the last few days?
Yes, obviously, and this Ukrainian family migration scheme was the initial initiative from the government how to bring family members, and I was really disappointed to learn that despite all those announcements to the public that UK is getting the open door policy similar to the EU. In reality, it was not similar, and it was totally different. And I found myself in a position where I cannot bring my family because I'm here on a work visa. And despite this income that I have, despite the taxes I'm paying, I'm not allowed to bring my family, my sister and my mother in particular, here to join me in the UK.
Do you feel angry about this policy? I mean, what are you feeling about it now, this visa policy?
Well, of course, initially I felt this emotional response that why? And I think the most correct word to describe it would be confusion, because I saw some categories on the list who are allowed to take. For example, any British national with family ties in Ukraine can take their family members. And that means that people who might not be having steady income, not having employment, they would be allowed. Categories like refugees would be allowed to take their family members, but I'm not. And I felt really confused why this was designed this way. But the more important, I think, I felt appalled rather by the way it was announced, that it is like to the public, the message was it's an open door and everyone can join their family members in the UK. But in reality, it wasn't so. So that was the main issue why I was feeling appalled about the way the government announced the things.
Your family is now out of Ukraine, isn't it, thankfully?
Not all of them, because my father remains in Kiev. He joined voluntarily, he joined the military to defend it. And in any case, he would not be allowed to leave the country because of the martial law in Ukraine. So males of between ages 18 and 60 are not allowed to leave. But my mom and my sister, they fled different times though, so they're still in different countries, and I hope they will be reunited soon. But that's another reason why I felt like the government response was weird, because they announced initially that the reason for this limited scope is because of the security checks. But people who live in Ukraine, they are most vulnerable categories. There are women, children, and elderly people. Like my family, for example. My mom is 53 and my younger sister is 19.
And just briefly, I mean, the government says this is all on their website and everything, but what would you say to people in similar situations to you? I mean, what advice would you have?
I know I would try to be vocal about it, being, asking their MPs for help, asking members of different organizations to put the pressure on the government to amend the policy. And I know that the sponsorship route is another way which opened just today. And again, there are so many problems with the way it's been administered. So I find it weird to believe that the war has been there in Ukraine for 23 days now, and it's only now that the government thinks of something sort of late-minute homework.
Well, I hope you get an update soon. Dr. Andriy Zarakov, thank you so much for that. Thank you.